So now for game number 3, guys, as we are tied 1-1, we move into Tusken Control. And let me tell you, excited with this one. This was a pretty intense one as this series went on. Wow, what an awesome series. And that's why, guys, I made this the first, episode of the COD Room around this series, because I thought it was one of the best. There were a lot of great matchups this past weekend, guys, among the best teams in the world at Call of Duty. And I just thought that, some of these earlier matches and earlier, games early in the season, a lot of times are really cool to go back on and watch, because you kind of can see, like I said, those narratives start to build over time. Obviously, Simp right now is, supposedly being labeled the villain now, which I'm not sure exactly why he's kind of taken on that role, if he wants to kind of be like some of these other players like Aches or maybe even like a Crimsix. It's hard to say now that he's won a chip. And when I say that, guys, I mean, I'm talking the Super Bowl of Call of Duty, that being COD Champs. COD Champs is the Super Bowl. Make no mistake about it, no other tournament the entire year matters like that one does. Every tournament matters, but COD Champs is where it is the bread and butter. It is the creme of the creme, the top of the line, what you want to win. If you don't, and I know the narrative's kind of changed a little bit around COD Champs. It used to be, hey, we don't care if we win COD Champs, we just want to win tournaments and such. No, that has changed though. Now the narrative is more so like, look, even if we don't win these other tournaments, it's fine, because then COD Champs comes along and that's the big one, and that's the one we want to win. You want to win along the way because you're learning things, you're playing at the highest level, you're playing against these, other, teams and individuals, learning, how to win. And so with that being said, we've got Control here. And Draza really, in this matchup in particular, between Atlanta FaZe, he really showed some great plays in my mind. I haven't been critical of Draza. I think that he's, I guess don't have a lot of information on him. I don't have a lot of, I haven't watched him really watched him closely in a major way. But the team that he is on, and I think that he is, just by watching, from this past weekend, the Major 1 qualifiers, I feel really good about him moving forward with this team. They feel balanced to me, which I think is important for this game in particular. I mean, it's important for any game, but I think especially for Vanguard, with how fast-paced this title is and how quick the time to kill is, I think you want to make sure that you've got a number of guides that, that obviously guys that can slay, guys that can really spread the map, and can create some problems logistically for the other opposing team. And I feel like you get that with certainly with Thieves. I think you get it as well with FaZe. I mean, FaZe is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and there is absolutely no debate about it, guys, down the stretch. Now, what are my thoughts on repeating in Call of Duty? And that's a big question, guys, because I think repeating in Call of Duty is definitely something that's going to get tougher and tougher over the years. We saw Dallas Empire. I mean, what an incredible team. It's unfortunate that they're no longer a team, but nonetheless, they were unbelievable winning that first COD Champs for the Call of Duty League. And then obviously FaZe coming in, beating them for that second Call of Duty Champs. And now, in the third season of, the Call of Duty League, I'm really excited to see what happens moving forward, because the competition is obviously, because of the, how many teams there are, the competition is narrowing down now. And so much so that there's a real almost change of, a passing of the torch from the old players to the new players now. We're seeing so many young players and just young guns that are crushing it in a major way in the CDL. It's unreal. That being said, here we go. Once again, FaZe is up 1-0 here on Control, as they're trying to take A at this point in time. What I love, though, about this matchup overall is just the trading back and forth. There were so many, peaks and valleys of this match, as in any match, but really there was just so much back and forth between these two teams. I feel like when we think about it, and I think, moving forward, I think there's going to be, like, these two are very much so close to being, on the same playing field. They both play, very smart, fast, and I think these two teams are going to be a couple of teams to be reckoned with, as the CDL continues into the future. And FaZe captures all the zones. Whew. Man, talk about all smiles from FaZe at this point in time, guys. All smiles. And there should be. I mean, look, these guys are defending champions. There's going to be a swagger about that. There's going to be an excitement about that, hey, at any moment, they kind of remind me, of some of these, like the Kansas City Chiefs. At any moment, they could just start taking off and dropping a number of points on you in a matter of moments. A team that just a year ago, I didn't really think was really there yet. But how things have changed, and just when, even when 100 Thieves was a part of the CWL, the Call of Duty League, I thought they were a pretty special team. And Kenny has been, a part of this team for so long, it's felt like, on and off, obviously, when 100 Thieves wasn't in the CDL at first. But I absolutely love what they've done with this roster. And I am really excited. They've got some incredible players. I can't wait to see what happens. Who's going to take FaZe out? Who's going to be the team that really steps up to the plate to say, hey, we can compete against these guys in a major way? They won that battle, but that doesn't mean they won the war yet. And that's what's going to be really interesting as the narratives move forward, because these guys are going to be going back to the drawing board. They're going to figure out, hey, what did we do right, wrong, and what can we do better moving forward, as they should. With that being said, we are now moving on to map number 4. Game number 4. Let's get into it.